Yo, what's up people, it's your boy Stitch, back again with a reaction video after quite some time. You guys know what it is. Today I'm gonna react to my GBB24 solo elimination. Okay, so real quick, first off, we're gonna react to it, and then after that, I'm gonna tell you my thoughts, like what I was thinking on stage, how did I make my set going forward, and then after that, I'm gonna tell you what the judges told me, because there were 5 judges, and I asked all 5 judges what they thought, what they liked about my elim, what they didn't like, and as usual, they all have their own opinions, some which I agree with, and some that I freaking disagree with. So we're gonna talk about that, but first, let's get into the video. Okay, let's get it. Joy!
All I need is no fuck. Yeah.
Hey, let's go, my boy. Yeah.
I say the 3, you say the 2, and the yoi in 3.
So I found a way. So I found a way. But you never go away. So I guess I gotta stay now. Oh, I hope some. I feel even if it's all night. Oh, 100 years need a place to hide, but I can't find one here. Wanna be life outside. I can find my feet. Isn't it lovely?
Yeah.
All alone, I'm in a glass, my mind of stone. Tear me to pieces, skin of bone. Hello, welcome home. Tadaima.
Yeah.
I found her. I think I done her. Wait. I think I gonna. I think I found her.
Yeah.
I think I found my.
Yeah. I'm really happy about that one. Yeah. Man, I was very happy.
Step, 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 step.
皆さんありがとうございます。じゃあね。
Kicking off the solos with a bang. One more round of applause. Give it up for Stitch.
Bye bye.
Oh wow. Really happy with how I executed it. I feel like it definitely sounds better live. In the video it's a bit but that's normal for every beatboxer in my opinion. Okay, so first of all, big shout out to Swiss Beatbox. The video looks really cool and I like the colored thumbnails this year. So usually they put our face on the thumbnail, but our face is black and white. This time it's like colored and I really like it. Also, every time I go on stage, this happens.
3,
Every time, 3, 2, 1, yoink, beatbox. Somebody just has to say it. And whoever edited the video and just zoomed into my face like this, props. Like, really good editing. It's simple, but I like the idea. It just zoomed into my face. Also, big shout out to Scott Jackson over here. In GBB 2021, right before I went up on stage, I told Scott, hey, for my countdown, can you just change it to 3, 2, 1, yoink? And I told him very last minute, and then he still did it. This year, I forgot to tell him, so I was not expecting him to go 3, 2, 1, yoink, but then he did it, and you can see when he said yoink, I said the 3, you said the 2, and the yoink, you could see I smiled because I was like, my man remembered.
the 2, and the yoi in 3.
So shout out to Scott Jackson, the best MC in the world. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. It's always an honor to be introduced on stage by Scott. So thank you very much. So my approach for this Elim was to focus on originality. I wanted to stand out. Because I looked at the GBB lineup and I had a feeling that most of the participants were going to be either spamming a lot of bass or lots of technical drum patterns. So I was like, okay, I want to stand out. I want to sound like I'm the only guy in the competition who can do what he did. So that's why I went with a more chill route. I also chose to do a cover because I think people are so used to hearing me doing original tracks. Like, I write the lyrics myself, so the lyrics are original. But this time I did a cover, so I think it was just a tiny bit surprising. And obviously because it's a famous song, people know about it.
Isn't it lovely? All alone, high in a glass, my mind of stone. Tear me to pieces, skin and bone. Hello, welcome home.
So yeah, as you notice, I technically sang the first half of the song. And the reason why is because I wanted to stand out, like I said. I think most beatboxers, when they do a cover, what they do is they only sing the chorus. So for example, like a very popular cover in the beatboxing community is Charlie Puth, Attention. So what most beatboxers would do is 3, 2, 1, beatbox. You just want attention. You don't want my heart. Maybe you just hate the thought of me. Come on, you just wanna. So they just sing the chorus, and then after that they have a simple build up, and then they drop. I wanted to do something different, and I also wanted to pay respects to the original song. So I sang the verse, and then I did the pre-chorus with a little bit of drums, and then I did the chorus in poly. So I was like, okay, let's listen to the song first. And as you can see, I sang the chorus in the polyphonic voice because I really wanted to highlight my polyphonic voice, mainly because in the next 3 minutes, there's going to be lots of different textures, lots of different combos, arpeggios. So the polyphonic voice won't really have that much time to shine because there's a lot of textures, right? So I took this moment to just give my polyphonic voice a stage to shine.
Tadaima.
That means I'm back. I'm gonna be real, bro, Napalm. Why? Bro, they showed his face like 3 times in this video. And like one time he was giving like a good reaction, it's like something like this. And the other 2 times he's just like, Do you like the elimination or what? You look so serious. I like this part. So yeah, first 2 minutes done, and I have 2 more minutes left. And I did not want to do the typical thing in GBB where people like do one track for the first 2 minutes and then another track in the last 2 minutes. I wanted to do 4 minutes, only one track. Now, if you notice, the first 2 minutes was very chill and the drops and the singing had like a similar vibe. But from the 3rd minute onwards, it changes slightly because I did not want to have the same vibe throughout the entire 4 minutes. But at the same time, I wanted to also only do one track. So the way I approached this was the first 2 minutes is me doing a cover of the song. I tried to match the energy of the original song. And in the last 2 minutes, I do a remix of the song. So in a sense, the vibe will change because it's a remix. But because it is the same song, it's just I'm doing it in 2 different ways. It's still one track, but you get to enjoy more than just one vibe. And that was my goal when I was creating this set.
I think I found her. I think I done her.
See, it's a bit more upbeat now, a little bit. So the vibe is different now.
I think I cannot. I think I found her. I think I found my.
So that drop, I was so happy with how that turned out because this is actually a very old technique / combo that I thought about in 2018, so like 6 years ago. Also, as you notice, I had another goal, and that is every minute the track gets much more higher in terms of difficulty, in terms of complexity. So the first minute is very easy, very simple. The second minute, it's simple, but it gets a little bit more tough. And then the 3rd minute, if you listen to the drop and the part before this, there's a lot of different melodies, lots of different combos, especially in this drop. And then in the final drop, I really wanted to give like the most complex thing I could give. And that's what we have here. I just knew they were gonna react like that. And they did, and I was so happy. Like I said, a lot of sub. If you notice that last part, that is like a reference to the second drop. So basically, in the end, I basically tied up all together. A typical thing that what a beatboxer would do is that they start the 4 minutes with something like dong da da don't dong da da don't, and then when they end the routine, they bring back the intro dong da da don't dong da da don't. Right? I did something a little different. Instead of bringing back the intro, I brought back a drop. So now the whole track is complete. It's all connected now. So that was the idea. And I really like the idea. Like the structure of this whole piece, I'm really proud of it.
Isn't it lovely? A GBB.
Yeah, you could see I was very happy. I'm very proud. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let me tell you what each judge told me. Now, like I said earlier, some of the opinions that the judges have given me, I agree with. Some opinions, I'm not sure what to think about it. And some opinions, I absolutely disagree. And because of that, I will not be mentioning the judges' names because I don't want any online beef to start. So I'm just gonna say judge 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Okay, so judge number 1. Now this judge only had one problem with my elim, okay? And the problem was the consistency in my snares, right? He said there was 1 or 2 drops where my snares were not consistent. And when I say not consistent, I'm not talking about power. He was talking about the way it sounds. So for example, that's powerful, but they sound different, right? When you're at this high level, it's very important that all your snares sound the same. So let's say you're doing a beat. Now, if you listen to those 4 snares, the first snare is actually different than the second and third snare, and the fourth snare is slightly different. They're all equal in power, but the way they sound is different. And this is what this judge was telling me. So I'm assuming that this judge scored me lower on the execution category because of this. I think that's a valid point and I agree, but at the same time, it confuses me because like I said, this is an execution problem, right? My snares, this is an execution problem, but there are a few people in the top 8 who had bigger execution problems and they still got in. So I was a bit confused. I agree with the judge that I had some execution problems, like really minor, but at the same time, it confused me because some people in the top 8 had bigger execution problems and they still got in. So I agree with the judge, but it's also confusing. Okay, judge number 2. Judge number 2 actually had no problems with my elimination. He actually put me in the top 8. He even told me that he said he was worried about my timing because you guys know I have a history with bad timing, right? But he said in this elim, my timing was very tight and he was very happy with it. So he had no problems with my elim actually. So I asked him, hey, what could I have done better to score higher? And this is what he told me. I was so shocked when he told me this. I did not know what to think. He said there was nothing you could have done. He said that me going first, like me being the first elimination in the sequence, was just pure unlucky. He said that if I was somewhere in the middle, meaning like I was the 10th elimination, or maybe I was somewhere at the back, maybe I was the last elimination, my elimination would have scored higher. So yeah, I don't really know what to think about that because basically what he said was I did the best I could and there was nothing else I could have done. I did not pass the elim just due to how unlucky I was. And I did not know how to take that advice because it wasn't really advice. He was just telling me, oh, you were very unlucky. And I was actually very frustrated when he told me that. I was not angry or frustrated at the judge. I was just frustrated at how unlucky I was. Now, judge number 3 also told me the same thing. Judge number 3 said that subjectively, my elim was one of his favorites, but he said I was very unlucky because my elim was the first. He said that if my elim was in the middle or if my elim was the last one, I would have scored higher. So again, I was frustrated when I heard this. Judge number 4 did not say much. In fact, he did put me in his top 8, but he did say that I could work just a tiny little bit on my pacing, but overall he really liked my elim. Now, judge number 5. This is where, oh my gosh. Now, okay, this is the part that made me so frustrated. I thought about it for days, okay? And I have not found a single beatboxer that agreed with this statement that judge number 5 gave me. Judge number 5 said that the problem with my elimination was the originality because the flow sounded like river. Here's the thing, guys. It's okay to have your own opinions and I respect opinions even if I disagree with them. However, this statement that he made where my flow sounded like river, my beatboxing sounded like river, is objectively and factually wrong, okay? Because I have been doing this style, this musical, this slow style before River even started to think about, hey, let's do something musical. I was doing it before River. So to say that I sound like River when I was the one who's doing it before River made no freaking sense. Okay, like I am so sorry. Okay, like I love judge number 5, but holy that makes no freaking sense. I did it first, so how can I sound like River when I did it first? Okay, well, I did not do it first. I just did it before River. You know, I can understand if people say, oh, Stitch sounds like Gene, right? But that's fine because Gene was the one who started musical beatbox, and I think every musical beatboxer is inspired by Gene one way or another. That's like going up to a technical drum beatboxer and saying, well, you know what, you sound like Alim. Imagine going up to Zero or whatever and say, oh, you sound like Alim, you sound like Skiller. It makes no freaking sense, right? So, but even then, I can understand if somebody told me that, oh, I can see the inspiration from Gene or whatever, because he was the first, and most of us musical beatboxers, we take inspiration from Gene, and I can respect that. But saying that I sounded like River made no sense, okay? I was so frustrated by this comment that I went to the other 4 judges and I asked the other 4 judges, hey guys, please be honest with me, don't lie to me, like be brutally honest. Did I sound like River? And all 4 of the other judges were like, no. Did another judge say that? Like, what in the world? You do not sound like River. I even went to River. I went to River and I asked River, I was like, River, can you please be honest with me? Like, be brutally honest, don't lie, like, please be honest. Did I sound like you, River? And River was like, no. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry, but this comment frustrated the shit out of me. It like, I can understand if a judge scores me low if the reason is good, right? Like for example, judge number 1 talked about the execution of my snares. Although it was a little confusing because like I said, some other contestants had execution problems as well. I can understand his judgment and I can be like, you know what? It makes sense for him to minus score points. I understand, you know? But this, oh my God, makes no freaking sense. It makes no freaking sense. Judge number 5, if you're watching this, I love you. I disagree with you so much on this, okay? I haven't found a single person who has agreed with you on this, so I'm so sorry. But yes, that is what all the 5 judges have told me. Now, among 5 judges, 3 judges put me in the top 8. So I was in the top 8 for 3 judges, so I was very close. Now, I will admit I was very devastated because after the eliminations over, everyone was telling me that I definitely passed the elims. And when I say everyone, I'm not talking about my fans. I'm not talking about people in the crowd. I'm talking about pro beatboxers. So Tarastanin and Helium put me in 1st place. Abu Ice put me in 3rd place. CJ put me in top 3. So you can see, from my point of view, I thought that I made it because these are like really technical beatboxers. Helium, Abu Ice, CJ, all these really technical beatboxers. And even though they're so technical, they still thought that my super musical piece made it. You know? So yeah, like literally every pro beatboxer I met told me that I was going to pass, and when the results came out the next day, they told me that they don't understand why I did not pass. So yeah, I was very devastated when the results came out, but it is what it is. You know, I will work harder for the next GBB. But yeah, that's it. I hope all of you who were at GBB enjoyed this show. I spent 8 months like making this 4-minute track, 8 months just for 4 minutes on stage. I spent a lot of time on it. I lost a lot of sleep and I sacrificed my health a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I hope I get to come back to GBB stage again and give you guys a better show in the future. But till then, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction video. Tell me what you guys think about my elim in the comments, whether you liked it, why did you like it? If you did not like it, tell me why you didn't like it, right? Whether you thought I should have passed, whether you thought I should not have passed. Tell me your opinions in the comments. And subscribe if you have not. We're pretty close to 100K. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Feels like nothing.